81 million people tuned in last night for the first presidential debate. But what we're talking about tonight isn't what that record number of viewers saw, but what they weren't allowed to see or hear. And it's all thanks to what some are calling a rigged debate system. This is a reality check you won't see anywhere else. Well, two podiums were on stage for last night's first presidential debate, but there is a push to get at least one, if not two more podiums up on stage with Trump and Clinton. Now, we've told you about the effort for Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson and Green Party candidate Jill Stein to qualify to be in the presidential debates. Even though there are multiple other alternative parties, really only the Libertarian and the Green parties are on enough state ballots to win the Electoral College. So why aren't these two candidates allowed in the debates? Well, it all comes back to one organization, the Commission on Presidential Debates. The CPD is not a government entity. It is a private organization set up 30 years ago to control access to the debates. It was established in 1986, and it is headed by the national chairman of the Republican and the Democratic parties. They took control of those debates from the League of Women Voters, a nonpartisan organization that complained the parties were trying to grab control of debate access. Well, today, the standard created by the Debate Commission, a candidate must receive 15% support in 5 national polls to qualify to be in a presidential debate. The last time a third-party candidate was allowed into a debate, that was Ross Perot in 1992. But what most people don't know is that had the 15% rule been in existence in 1992, Ross Perot would not have qualified. The 15% rule was created in 2000. Even so, this election cycle, Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson has polled as high as 13% in national polls. Green candidate Jill Stein as high as 5%. But here's the real polling that is not being talked about. According to NBC News, Johnson is actually polling at 31% among independent voters. That's a higher number than the 24% tie for Trump and Clinton. Among millennials, Johnson is in a statistical tie with Clinton, 31 to 29%. And among military, the numbers are reversed, with Johnson tied with Trump for the lead. Now, there are 2 more presidential debates, and the CPD says still Johnson and Stein can both qualify to be in those debates. The CPD is not a nonpartisan organization. It's a two-party organization. Its entire existence is designed to limit your choice as a voter. And yet, in a democratic republic, choice is exactly what we're supposed to be guaranteed. You know, in his farewell address, our very first president, George Washington, he warned against the dangers of a two-party system, a system that operates under only the illusion of choice. For millions of Americans, last night's debate was a stark example of that illusion. That's Reality Check. Let's talk about that on Twitter.